So myself, Madhuri. So I'm your Linux faculty. Actually, as this is the first session, I waited for the students to join. Okay. So regular classes timings will be 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Classes will start on time. But starting demo sessions, no? So we are waiting for the students to join. So today is just introduction class. That's it. Introduction to myself and introduction to course content. So as I told, I'm Madhuri. I'm taking your Linux session and also teach CCNA shell scripting AWS. And this is the batch for Linux administration. Okay. This is the fixed time. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. is the fixed time for this batch. So once paid link changed, your classes will be on time, 7 a.m. And the duration is 30 days. If required, sometimes I'll take extra, like 2-3 days extra I will take if required. This is the time we'll take. And classes will be from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no session. But if you have any doubts, you can ping me on Saturday, Sunday also. You can contact me through Telegram. Once you join in this course, once you register with this course, you'll get the Telegram link. So if you join in the Telegram link means actually they'll create a group separately for this session, 7 a.m. So you can join into that Telegram group. So if you have any doubts also, you can message me on the Telegram. And regular notes, daily notes also I will share to Telegram. Like today, something I explained, some commands if I explain, everything I'll make a note and I will just say like this. If something I'm explaining means I'll make step by step notes. I'll make the notes and I will share like this. Like this. So I'll upload to your Telegram. You can follow the notes. So no need to maintain separately your notes. I'll make and I'll give it to you. And recording videos also you will get. So if today class completed, next day it seems they will share the recording videos. DurgaSoft team is responsible for recording videos. 6 months validity they will give for the recording videos. But the Telegram group which you get to contact me is permanent link. The group is permanent. You can contact me anytime. Like after finishing the course also, if you have any doubts, you can message me there. Okay. Even in classroom also, If you have any doubt, something if I'm explaining, if you're not clear in the doubt, if you are not clear in the concept, you can message me here itself in the chat box. I will repeat the concept. If something commands I'm explaining, if you are not clear in that commands, you can message me or you can ask me there itself. So I will repeat the concept. Make sure you're clear in the concept because this is not difficult, interesting and required also. Now, first content, coming to content, first introduction. And second day, introduction to Linux. Like what is Linux? It means it is an operating system, right? So what is the difference between Linux and Windows? What are the features we have in Linux? Why people are switching to Linux? Why technologies are coming with Linux operating system? Oh, what are the features are they? Why organizations are switching to and moving to Linux operating system? This all we'll see in our tomorrow's session. As introduction, features I will explain. What is the difference between Windows and other operating systems? So that you will get. And next step, file system hierarchy. What are the default directories we get along with the operating system? See, in Windows, A and B are reserved for floppy. Whether you are using or not, A and B are reserved for floppy. Right. So when you create the partition, it starts creating the partitions from C drive. C, D, E like that we create. So after installing the operating system, if you enter into your computer, so and open your C drive, there you can see default folders like administrator, user, system 32, libraries. You can see some default folders. Same like that in Linux also. After entering to the operating system, in Linux also you can see some default directories. In Windows we call folder, in Linux we call directory. Only name is different, function is same. So what are the default directories are there in Linux and what is the function of the directory? That we'll see. And after that, OS installation. We'll say OS installation, how to install the operating system, practical I will show. So once OS installation is completed, daily labs will be there. And after OS installation, I'll start with basic commands. So this basic commands classes will be there for 3 days almost. So because here everything I will explain from starting onwards because some students will come without any knowledge. So everything I'll start from very basics, like after installing the operating system, how to enter into the computer, how to log in, where we execute the commands, how to execute the commands, what commands we execute, everything I'll explain from basics. Okay, so in basic commands, many things we'll see, like where we execute the commands, how to execute the commands, how to zoom in, how to zoom out. Okay, from basic level, I'll start here. List commands, how to create files, creating files using cat, touch, vi. What's the difference between this? How to create directories. How to create directories, like using how to use this mkdir command. How to move the files or directories. Directory means folder. How to copy the files or directories. How to remove files or directories. How to check the files or directories. So date command, So many commands were there. How to check the calendars, everything basics I'll explain first. Once all the basics are completed, so many commands are there in basics. So many, there are so many commands. Okay, so first I'll explain about that, because in Windows means when if you're going for Windows classes, you will not get like how to create a file, how to create a folder, how to open the folder, how to copy this. No one will explain because it is not required. But in Linux, we'll start everything from basics because so many will come without any knowledge. Okay, as it works with commands, but commands are not difficult, very easy. And no need to remember all the commands also. So how to practice without remembering commands means I will share the notes, every point, every step. You can follow. And if you understand the concept, that is very good. And after this, filter commands, or we can say basic shell commands. So using that filter commands, we can check content of a file as per our requirement, like less command, more command, SCD, sort, grep. These are the filter commands we have. About these commands, we'll discuss. Okay. And after that, user administration. What is user? How to create a user? How to modify the user? How to delete the users? How to log in into user account? How to generate password to user? Everything we'll see. Then group administration. So already users are created. Then what is the purpose of creating group? That I'll explain. And after that, how to create group, how to modify group, how to delete group, how to add users into that group. So that we'll see here. And then basic commands, sorry, basic file permissions. How to see by default files and directories comes with permissions, default permissions. Okay, so what is that permissions? First I will show, I'll explain about that. Then how to modify the permission, who can modify the permission, purpose of modifying the permissions, that I'll explain here. The next one is advanced file permissions called ACLs, access control list. So using these ACLs, we'll see how to apply the permission to a particular user or a particular group of people, that I'll explain here. And next is the concept of partition, creating partitions after entering to the operating system. How to create standard partitions using fdisk. How to create swap partition. Swap is a virtual memory which is used to increase the performance of RAM. Swap is used to increase the size of RAM. So what is this? We'll see at the time. And next is LVM's logical volume manager. So this is also one of the method to create partitions. Using LVMs, we can resize the partitions. We can increase and reduce the size of the partitions. Standard partition is constant. We cannot resize them, but logical volumes are resizable. So that we'll see here. And after that, creating RAID partitions. This is used for data backup purpose. So this is also explained. And next is network introduction. Like in network introduction, how to assign IP address, how to assign host name, that I will show. And after that, backup and restore. How to take the backup from one PC to another PC. How to restore the data back. We'll take the data backup for security reasons, right? So how to restore, how to take the data backup and how to restore it. That I'll explain. And after that, package management. There are package managers in Linux which are used for installing, uninstalling, updating, and checking the packages. Packages mean software. Like RPM, YUM, package managers are there. So about that, we'll discuss first. What are the package management? What we can do using this package managements. Okay. So then YUM configuration. RPM and YUM are the package managers which are used for installing, uninstalling, updating, and checking the packages. So what is this packages? We'll discuss first. RPM is the default package manager which comes along with the operating system. So how to configure YUM that I will show. And after that, data servers. We have data servers like NFS, Samba, FTP, which are used for sharing the data from one PC to another PC. So I will write like data sharing using NFS, Samba, FTP. Next, DHCP to assign IP addresses automatically. Apache to configure Apache web services like HTTP services. DNS, NIS. This all will see in server administration. And so some other also how to break the super user password means admin password, soft link, hard link files. What is the difference? So configuring grep. So this also you'll get. So overall, these are the main concepts which we are covering in our Linux administration course. Okay. So tomorrow I'll explain introduction, like features of Linux that I'll explain in tomorrow's session. No more introductions. If tomorrow new students are added also, no more introductions. I'll just go through my class only as per the schedule. Whatever I mentioned here, as per this, I will go with my sessions. So no introductions, nothing again. Only one day introduction, first day. Okay. So anything else you want to ask me? Yes. Fine. Tomorrow we'll see features of Linux. What are the features we have? Means advantages we have in Linux that we'll see in our tomorrow session. So try to join on time 7 a.m. so that I will start the session. Okay. I will wait only demo classes. I'll wait for students to join. But regular classes means so if one or two students are joined, so we'll go with the class. No waiting for everyone. Okay. So this is about today's session. Thank you for the session. We'll meet tomorrow at 7 a.m.